My name is Jade, and I have been a paramedical tattoo artist for the past 6 years. 3 of those years have been working with the breast cancer community in a more intimate level. And one of the things that I have noticed is that there is more and more of a demand of people interested in getting into this line of work and creating 3D hyper-realistic nipple tattoos. And it doesn't surprise me because I think a lot of us either know someone who's had cancer, has lost someone to cancer, in some way, some shape and form. And so unfortunately though, the problem with this is that I see a lot of artists get into this industry without having the fundamentals of drawing behind them. I see so many new artists getting trained on using circle stencils, not realizing that real life nipples are never perfect circles. In addition, the number one thing that I hear in my treatment room day in and day out from working so intimately with survivors is that the number one thing that they want more than anything is to feel normal again. And in order for that normalcy to happen, where they literally look at themselves in the mirror and feel like everything is back to normal, is only possible if their nipple tattoo is as hyper realistic and 3-dimensional as possible. And the first step that you can even begin to ensure that is by learning how to draw. And from someone who didn't have a background in drawing, I never studied art in school, it took me a while to figure out and be in a place where I was ready to learn how to do this. But man, was there a ton of self-doubt that came into play, because this is one of the most humbling positions that you can set out to do. We are dealing with people's image and the way that they feel. I mean, we literally have their life in our hands, and we can either use that as a catalyst for them to heal and move forward and feel whole again, or oftentimes if a tattoo is poorly done, we can cause further damage, more scar tissue, and have them feeling even more disconnected to their bodies. And so this whole thing is something that I really value and is super important to me. And so when we began to develop this program, I knew first and foremost that we needed to start here. And so if you're watching this video right now, you already have a passion to help this vulnerable population. And I would say the first thing is first learn how to draw nipples. And what you're going to come to find out is, one, is this something that I enjoy doing? Because if I don't enjoy doing it, then there's no way I'm gonna enjoy tattooing them. 2, begin to build the fundamentals of realism and dimensions and 3D components to make sure that your tattoos can give that normalcy, the number one desire that they want most. In order to do that is we have to learn how to draw and we have to practice. This is something that you can absolutely learn without any sort of background or formal training in art. With that being said, I want to help break the cycle of poorly done tattoo jobs out there. A lot of nipple tattoos, unfortunately, are healing way too flat, very 2-dimensional, and even cartoonish. So we created a program to really help bring in the artist within you, your interpretation of what a really beautiful nipple areola complex looks like, also teaching you the fundamentals of dimension and value and tones so that your art can truly help someone heal. But I have to be fully transparent. I am a paramedical tattoo artist and not an art educator. And so I have been researching and finally found someone who I am super excited to partner up with, who is an art educator and basically teaches non-artists how to draw realism. Her name is Hilda and she is from the UK. She and I will be partnering with you in this super amazing beta program. For those of you who are not familiar with what a beta program is, think of it as a test pilot. So as we begin to develop this program, you get to be a part of that process. You actually play a huge role in being one of our first few groups as we keep refining this. In addition, for being part of our test pilot and being patient with us, you get to participate in this program at a greatly reduced rate, the lowest it'll ever be. Here's the catch though. I know that success loves speed, and I'm so determined and committed to making this the most amazing drawing program first step in building industry leaders in this very specific niche, but I have to start that process now. And so if this is something that you want to do, you're going to have the ability to make huge life-changing impact in someone else's life. I hope to see you on the other side of our mentorship.